James Kaufman, World News Report today, July 16th, 2025. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just had a magnitude 7.3 earthquake on a plate boundary, part of the Aleutian Islands up in Alaska. This came in as a 7 on the DYFI, a 7 on the shake map. They think it's at a depth of around 20.1 kilometers. There's a lot of awakening and associated volcanic activity in the area, which we will take a look at. And believe it or not, there was a large tsunami created. I have never seen so many buoys in event mode in all of my time looking at this type of information. With that said, let's get some detailed information. Now, we have seen a volcanic and earthquake uptick based on the positions of our planet within our solar system, as I've been explaining for the last few days. And we've also had the plates, our tectonic plates, charged by the solar winds that have been impacting our planet for about 4 or 5 days now. So a 7.3 is a large quake. You can also see that there's been 2 aftershocks within it. They're in the 4.0 range. We have awakening volcanoes right to the north on the peninsula, and we have actually 2 volcanoes that are in minor eruption right down the Aleutian Islands. So let's get some detailed information here. It's like the main source is the USGS. They're going to come in at that 7.3, 20 kilometers of depth. Here we also see the International Research Institute on Seismology coming in also at a 7.3, 20 kilometers of depth. And of course the French coming in low, the lowest as they always are, with a 6.7 at 10 kilometers of depth. Let's get some detailed information and see how big this quake really was. We've had a major 7.3 magnitude earthquake here about 1 hour ago. This is a big one, folks. Taking a look at some earthquake details at volcanodiscovery.com, we see we do have that 7.3 with our main reporting agency or primary data source, USGS. The nearest volcano is the Dana volcano. It is 81 miles away, although we have 2 awakening volcanoes much closer. And this earthquake generated 84 atomic bombs worth of energy, or the equivalent thereof. Now that's a big one. Wait until y'all see the buoys in event mode. Now don't go away just yet, because I'm going to review Mount Rainier and show you where the planets are situated currently. Alright, comparing earthquake data from different reporting agencies. Start out with the USGS with a 7.3, 20 kilometers, followed by the Incorporated Research Institute for Seismology at 7.3, 20 kilometers. They're almost mirroring the USGS. We have the French coming in next with a 6.79, a default depth. You can see the asterisks here. A depth given as 10 kilometers often means the depth of the quake could not be determined with sufficient accuracy. Next up, we've got the Germans coming in at a 7.2, a little bit deeper at 40 kilometers, followed by the Australians. Australians coming in at a 7.19 at a depth of 13 kilometers. We have the Italians coming in at a 7.0, 12 kilometers of depth, and the Europeans coming in at a 7.3, 12 kilometers of depth. This indeed was a very large earthquake. All right, ladies and gentlemen, over to the National Data Buoy Center. We have 8 buoys in event mode. Make sure I'm right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buoys in event mode. Some of them show a much larger tsunami than others. These are meters, by the way. And this looks like it's almost 3 meters, which would be 9 feet. Pretty hard to believe. And we see very little here, some missing data. On the next one, let's see, very little happened on this one as well. Let's get a hold of the next one. A very small incident on this one as well. Might have a problem with that first buoy, although here we go again. It's going to be what looks like 2 meters or just over 6 feet. Let's get the next one. Very small event on the next one. The same small event on the following one. And we'll get one up here near Anchorage. And we can see, well, it looks like it's been rocking and rolling for quite some time today. It's like this is going to be about a half a meter measured there. Now we do have 2 buoys that show enormous tsunamis or events. This is station 21414, and obviously this could be an anomaly, and this data could be corrupted. And I believe the other one was, let's see, maybe a little further up. And there's the other one there. It shows about 2 meters in deviation. Most of the rest of them show just a few centimeters in deviation. So you'll kind of have to make up your mind there. I'm not going to say that there is a tsunami. I'm not going to say that there isn't. It might be heading in one direction and not another. Jumping over to Mount Rainier, it has settled down just within the last hour or two. We've gone from 54, another uptick for the day, down to 29. So the swarm might be ending, perhaps by tomorrow or into the next day. But I do see it settling down unless this large magnitude 7.3 earthquake sends energy in this direction, which it very well might. And finally, we're about a day before one of my calls, i.e. that line up there. Look at that line up when Saturn really shows a geomagnetic connection to Earth. That moon's coming around here. We have a geomagnetic connection to Pluto and Neptune. And this is just going to get worse into the 18th. And from there, well, we've got a really dangerous trip around this side of our sun for the next 120 days, 6 months. So, welcome to the show. It's just beginning, and this 7.3 earthquake is just the beginning. God bless. Please share, subscribe, and always remember, anything's possible. Bizarro world.